Hello air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Welcome to your first reading for 2024, that being from the 4th to the 10th of January. My name's Sonia Jane, you're on Galactic Soul Healing. We are going to I'm going to do some toning. So I'm going to put a timestamp, and you can jump ahead to where the reading starts. So I'm going to do some toning. But first of all, if your Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter or Saturn are in any of those signs we've just mentioned, being Libra, Aquarius and Gemini, then this reading may apply for you. And also just a quick reminder to take what resonates and discard the rest, and also that this is not designed to replace the guidance of a wellbeing professional who understands your individual situation much more than I would at the moment. So without any further ado, let's begin some toning. Hopefully I can centre. I've just fallen over in my kitchen. Been outside. I think I've regrouped. I hope I haven't broken anything. My left hand's a little bit sore, but anyway, we shall continue. Right, I'll just have a quick swig of water and we will begin. Like I said, I'll pop a timestamp so that you can just jump to the start of the reading, which we're going to look at some current energies, some things you might not be aware of, and also some spirit guidance, of course. And first of all, we'll grab a Galactic Collective as well, but let's begin with the toning, and you may most welcome to join in, do your own toning, or whatever you like to do, or jump ahead. So without any further ado, I shall begin. Thank you for tuning in. We'll grab a Galactic card. It's a Sani parallel. Alchemy. That is so cool. Thank you, Spirit. I needed a cool card after I fell over my kitchen. I think I may have broken a small bone in my left hand. I'm not sure. Anywho, I'm going to have to... Wait a minute. I'll hold this up. Right. Let's have a look at the Esasani. Okay. Reality is created through our conscious and unconscious thoughts, emotions, and intents. Intents as in intent, not intense as in intent. When they are aligned, that is when our thoughts, emotions, and intents are aligned, we become the reality that we prefer. As long as we are following our excitement, which represents the natural flow of the universe. This essential Esasani teaching is a process of alchemy, but it means that we must look at our self-sabotaging behaviors and confront our shadows, knowing ourselves fully. This is what we just had in their fire signs reading about self-sabotage. It's interesting. Only then can we come into full alignment with our true selves. This card means that it is time for you to take this step. Clean up unfinished business, be free, and embrace synchronicity. So, yeah. Looking at self-sabotaging behaviours and confronting our shadows and knowing ourselves more fully and following our excitement. So that is going to be the theme of the reading for you, air signs. And you know what? We're going to be using our little mermaid tarot today, which is my new proper size deck, Mermaid Tarot, which I'm pretty excited to use. My left hand's hurting. I have shuffled this pretty well a few times, but I'm just going to do one more, of course, just for relevance. So, as we know, our air signs are those of us who love to be in the intellect. We love a bit of intellectual repartee and maybe plenty of communication and chatting and talking and things like that. But we also could be great thinkers, so we like to think and we like to innovate, come up with new ideas, come up with ideas as such. And yes, it's interesting that many of these themes are going to be common to all of our signs at the moment, to all of the fire, earth, air, and water signs. I'm thinking. Okay, so let's just split this, and we're going to look at some cards for your current energy. Some current energies that you might be experiencing, okay, as well as some things that may be hidden from you or you may not be aware of, and also some guidance from spirit, which I'm just pulling out now, and in a moment we will look at these cards. And air, we have plenty of interesting things going on here. So for a start, it seems that you might be moving into your element in terms of, we have the King of Swords, which is the card of Libra, front and center here. So this is the cardinal air sign card. And also, you know, Libra, your power card. We also have the Knight of Swords here, which is the, which is the card of Aquarius. The Knight of Swords. I always think this is the Queen because it's a female knight, but I don't know, it might be a male, I'm not really sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have plenty of swords, plenty of air in here. We also have at the top here current energies that you might be experiencing. It's a U-Butte little Ten of Swords. I do believe that's a Ten of Swords. Yes, it is. And that can simply be representative of, you know, an old way of being just kind of coming to an end, or maybe an old value or an old belief that you are kind of not really ascribing to anymore, and you're kind of waking up out of that and going, well, it's time for a change or a new perspective, basically. Which this could actually be a card of self-sabotage, couldn't it? And you're actually coming out of that. Can you see that There's like an awakening happening from that. Okay, these often they're tarot, they're not symbolic, they are symbolic images, they're not literal images. Here we have a nice Four of Pentacles, which is a nice, this is the row in your current energy. So this is a very much a card of creating stability, creating good health foundations, looking after your health, looking after self-care, and taking care of your practical needs, which is kind of awesome. And we have the Six of Swords here. So this is often a card of transition or change. This is kind of a bit of a playful aspect to it. Normally in the Rider-Waite, it's kind of like moving from like a disharmonious kind of unsettling kind of energy into something more that's calmer. So that could well be what this is about as well. But isn't that interesting? We have with the Alchemy card, that the theme of this one here from the Asasani was actually about that Asasani collective. That's actually about, you know, coming into a new relationship with self and releasing self-sabotage and also understanding where it comes from, because that can help unpack it, and then it can help you break that down and just, you know, let it go bit by bit. So in the row of what you may not be aware of, we have the High Priestess. And of course, she is she's that aspect of us that represents divine feminine wisdom. Okay, connection to source, connection to spirit, connection to planet, understanding energetic frequencies, having mastery of mind, body, and emotions as well. That's a very masterful card. So this is like, you may not be aware of it, but you are coming into that, and it's directly under this one here of letting go of, if you let go of your self-sabotage, it will lead into your self-mastery, which is kind of awesome. And here directly under the Four of Pentacles, looking after yourself, we have here straight under that, we have the beautiful King of Swords, the mastery of mind mastery. Sometimes there's a little vibe with this too about, even though our mind is very key in terms of helping us to make the right decisions in life and the right choices, sometimes, of course, this can go to an extreme where if we are too much in thoughts, we are too much in procrastination, it can hold us back from action. Or if we are too much in anxiety thoughts, then that can sort of take us away from clarity, which is kind of what we want. But this here, I think this is more alluding to your mastery, because it's being able to speak. This is like blowing out of the mouth. It's about being able to speak your truth. With honesty and with justice, and really doing yourself justice. Okay, because we're moving from a Ten of Swords to a King of Swords, which is kind of awesome. But it's directly placed under the Four of Pentacles, I think, because it's to do with making those practical and health decisions that are going to do you justice in the long run, that are going to help you to move into your truth. Okay, and also about being honest with yourself about what you need to do with regard to self-care, practicalities, health and well-being and things like that. And then under the beautiful Six of Swords here, we have the Four of Cups. So we have Four of Pentacles and Four of Cups. Now, emotions, this is alluding to a connection between emotions and the body. Okay, so the other thing too about the alchemy is that often self-sabotage comes from deep-seated emotions that are deep-seated thoughts that have fed into converted to deep-seated emotions that have become a source of dysfunction. So this is here about, this is often a card about focusing, and we always have choice of focus. This person here is choosing to focus here, and he may or may not be aware of this gift or this other way of being that's being offered, but he's choosing to not look at it. So what you may not be aware of is that this literally there is a gift of a new way of being offered to you. It's interesting that that's in the row of what you may not be aware of. So literally it's like he doesn't look like he's aware of that there. Which is a card of, sorry, that cup that I think that's a mermaid is holding, I believe is Spirit saying to me in the context of this reading, it is about, remember with the Esasani when we were speaking about following your greatest excitement, following your things that uplift you, that make you happy. That's what this card represents. But he's so engaged and identified and embroiled, enmeshed in this, that he can't see that. So Spirit's sort of saying that you may not be aware of that there's a gift coming in, and you may also not be aware that you have the power to turn this around, to actually become masterful and to be more truthful and honest about your essence. And your essence is this: mastery, divine feminine mastery of emotions, mastery of thought, inner wisdom. I really like this reading and I love these cards. They're so awesome. Now, in the row of your spirit guidance, okay, we have, let's look at this Nine of Pentacles here. Directly under the High Priestess, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, it's often a card of about being able to focus on the right things, and it's also a card about ticking all one's boxes in terms of being able to support oneself. So we're talking looking after one's health and well-being in terms of financially and practically speaking. So it's about it's about having a foundation. So this Spirit's sort of saying that, you know, it's still important to have that. But it's about, I think they're talking here more about focus. So it's about cultivating the focus. This is directly placed under the High Priestess. So it's almost saying you're really going to have to focus on what the self-sabotaging is and really unpack that. Apply your inner wisdom to that. Be open to perhaps accepting wise guidance from others as well. And kind of you may need to make it a bit of a focus for a while. Until you can get a little bit more clarity on what's going on. This can be a card of clarity. The Queen of Swords is water of air. So it's emotion and thought. So it's thoughts and feelings, okay, coming into balance. So directly under the King of Swords. So this is actually even, in my opinion, this is even more balanced than a King of Swords, which is air of air. Okay, even though it has positive, great qualities as well. If you've got, if you can focus, then when you get into your Queen of Swords, you will feel more balanced. And here we have the beautiful King of Cups, which is the literal opposite. It is the air of water, because the kings are the element of air, and this is the King of Cups. So the interesting thing is that these two are both representing the air and the water, both representing thoughts and feelings and emotions. This one's very masterful. Okay, this one is gaining clarity and balance in those areas, which is kind of really awesome for this reading, considering that the current energy you might be experiencing is kind of like, this could be mental overload, it could be anxiety overload, it could be just confusion, it could be, self-negation, that type of thing. And obviously there's a whole spectrum of levels of this, okay? Most of us have some of that going on, okay? And obviously some of us have a bit more than others going on of this, okay? But it's really saying that basically the diagonally opposite on this reading is the King of Cups, which is literally that mastering of the mind and the emotion. Because sometimes the mind and the emotion, either working overtime or in a dysfunctional way, cause this. That's what causes it. But then we want to get mastery over that. But this is a really powerful reading, air signs. And you are rich, very much in your power, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sword cards here, which is the suit of air, which is your suit. And yeah, so I mentioned also that we have, yeah, the Aquarius and Libra, your power cards are here. And here we have the alchemy as well. So once again, it's about really finding out what your excitement is. And we have the beautiful balance with the cups here and the pentacles as well. So it's about grounding, coming into foundation, nature connection, and really, I mean, you have directly under this, you have the beautiful masterful King of Cups. Like, that's such an awesome progression. I really love that. And this is directly above that. It's like this is the card of moving, transitioning from this to this. Like, all of these cards were directly like that. Okay, so air signs, you're going through transition of coming into mastery with your thoughts and feelings, navigating them and managing them better, but also really acknowledging that you have your higher self on board here, which you may not be aware of, or you may have an inkling of that coming through, you know, that little wise little voice that kind of directs you in the right direction. And we have some beautiful pentacle cards here too, just to remind us to ground earth and take care of ourselves. Yeah, and I mean, with Ten of Swords, don't worry too much about the picture of this image, because it's really just, you can consider this is almost a card of awakening or a new beginning. Okay, that's how I would read that, and that's what's coming through to me for you at this time. So I really hope you found that useful, yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch up with you next time. Bye for now.